this is Manchester United we're talking about here.
Yes, this is what I wanted to get into. For Man City and Spurs.
Ipswich versus Manchester United. Ipswich third from bottom, battling in the relegation zone. And Amorim's first game in charge. Theoretically, you would think a decent first game to have a go, because obviously the level of opposition have been provably not, great in terms of Premier League level. And it was also one of the first game we've seen with the Amorim wing-back style. First thing for me, KG, that was a bit of an eyebrow raise, was Eriksen and Casemiro as the two in midfield. I'm thinking, there's two in midfield doing the job of three. You need legs in there. You need runners. You pick probably your two slowest, least athletic players. Were you surprised at that?
I was, man, because when we're building, it's been weeks of just international break and they're talking about how he looks and how his team plays, right? And everyone was doing these predicted 11s and we all forgot Eriksen existed. No one had Eriksen in their predicted 11 at all. So then you look at the team sheet and then you see Eriksen, you're like, that is a major surprise. That was a really big surprise. But then after you thought to yourself, well, when everything they said about this guy, you have the one player that's he runs about and then the other player that's good on the ball. So imagine the future of this is Kobe and Ugarte. So Ugate's running about and closing things down and Kobe just playing the ball forward. Now we quickly saw that the press from Ipswich was amazing. They're literally I think they really hunted, Delo, and Delo just couldn't do anything about it and we just couldn't get out. We struggled. I would say we struggled we were trying to shape, and I know they want to probably revert to their old tactics. And the Garnacho playing in the 10, just on that left-hand side, it sucks. Literally, there's no better way to say Delo, Garnacho, Eriksen. That was the triangle they was trying to play over there, and they just couldn't play. Where on the other side, where you did with Ahmad and stuff, you had something getting forward. So Man United, in that midfield, and then they checked the running stats compared to his sporting size, and we lacked all intensity. So yeah.
Yeah. Was it a bit naive, do you think? Because I understand the thinking a little bit of he's looking at bottom three thinking, all right, we've got two experienced pros who I know have been at the top level. They should be able to handle a team like this. I get the thinking, but this is the Premier League. And I really think that must have made him realize, oh shit, every single, because obviously we know what the Portuguese league is different in terms of competitiveness. The gap is greater. We see how close together all these teams are in the Premier League right now.
Yes.
I felt like he was naive, and this was a lesson he just has to learn. Every fucking point he did on has to be fought for here.
No, I think he said, look, I can play a style to just win games, but then there will be no progression in the long run, and that's what what Ten Hag did that was wrong is Ten Hag gave up on his strategy very quickly. Ten Hag said, I'm not going to bring Ajax football here, and I never will. Whereas this manager said, look, this is my style. It's going to take them some time because there was a lot that he's complaining about. He said, look, Delo, he likes to play inside. I don't do that. There's a lot of things that these teams do that I don't like to do. But if I can start it from now, further down the line, they'll understand it and we'll be much better for it. He wants to make us I like the fact that he's sticking to his principles. Now, he said, we'll see an idea. I think there was an idea, but then it was Man United. We're weak in terms of our aggression, how we run. And there's players that just might not be good enough.
You said about the running, by the way, it wasn't just worse running than his sporting sides. It was the second lowest amount of running Manchester United have done this season. And when you think about wing backs and only having two centre midfielders, you need to run more, not less, right? Marcus Rashford getting the nod ahead of Højlund and Xerxes. That was big. What do you lads make of the fact that he's picking Rashford over the two big signings?
I thought it was bold. I think a little bit of it, had to do with all the criticism that was going on in the week. A lot of people were trying to get onto Marcus Rashford for going New York. Why can't he go to New York? I don't get it. He wasn't picked for an international thing. Everyone was on holiday.
Is it the way he was dressed though, Craig? Because like not Premier League footballers, they don't do it like that. Like it was what Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
and
he was just a little baby and Gunner. I don't know what he always does it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like he can dress how he wants. Like I just think people made a big deal out of it, and I think
you know how England is though.
Yeah,
we're not used to this.
I know, but. As long as you perform on the pitch, and I know he hasn't been performing, so people are going to be critical of him. But yeah, I just think a little bit of it was that. It's like, you know what, go on, new manager, go and show them what you're made of. I believe in you. He got the goal, anonymous for the rest of the game. Didn't really do much after that, but he got his goal. It was a bold move. I just think Rashford still, even now, with the new manager in, you look at him and still the body language feels a bit meh. It still doesn't look like he's back to that smiley Rashford that we know. I always thought he was like that because he didn't like Ten Hag. And I know I don't know, but I'm assuming he didn't like Ten Hag. A lot of it was because of the Sancho stuff and because of the way Ten Hag was playing. It was a mix of different things. But now that Ten Hag's not there, I thought, okay, you're going to see a new Marcus Rashford now. You know what I mean? Like a lot more positive, a lot more upbeat. Still looked a bit like, I don't know if he's carrying this a knock we don't know about or something, but I'm not mad at him playing Rashford through the middle. Honestly, Højlund, I haven't seen enough from him. I just don't know if he's that guy, unfortunately. I think he's a dud. Like we were saying last season, we thought Nicholas Jackson is better than Højlund, and you're seeing that this season, that Nicholas Jackson, like it's not even a conversation, really.
Fuck me, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
what I got to give credit for, lads, the Ahmad assist, that kid, I was always scratching my head all season. Why is Ten Hag not playing him? And I just thought, you know what, you spend too much money on other people that you just got to justify this. But Ahmad showed immediately. The kid's got something, hasn't he?
Special.
KJ, is he one for the future?
He's the one that we look like. Literally, as the game was going on, I was like, we have to get the ball to Ahmad. And that's crazy thinking that, like, with all the players on the pitch, knowing, and then he does that little jinking run near the end of the game, and I think the shot is blocked. But then he's the player that you're looking and saying, you're going to be the difference. I think he helped Ruud van Nistelrooy when he was playing in the Europa game as well to get our first win in Europe in a year, you know. So this guy is the difference. And I think moving him into the inside 10, I think he'll be good there. I think it was because the manager was learning things about the players in that game. There's no real there's training is one thing, but actually seeing what they're like in a game. Because it's like, look, Bruno, he looked at Bruno and said, Bruno looked better when he brought him further back next to playing the player next to Casemiro. But then at the same time, he doesn't want Bruno spamming them balls. He said, look, Bruno likes to play these long, quick passes. I don't want that. The best thing I like about this manager is, and we're not Man United fans, because Craig came in and he goes, and Josh, they were like, you lot are gassed. You lot are like it's the second coming.
You are gassed.
We've experienced so much hurt, bro, that there's a tentativeness. It's almost like a jilted, someone that's been cheated on bare times, bro. We're looking at the situation saying, I hope it goes well. But it could go wrong.
Can I just
fan? Like, what are you talking about?
It's different because you never had the great days. I'm saying that we've been great.
Exactly.
And
so
now
you've experienced so much joy. You're just entitled.
So,
that's it. You're entitled.
Just imagine I explaining it like this. You're like the Bane. It's like, I was born in the darkness. You don't know what the light looks like. Yeah. I know what the light was, and now I'm in the darkness, bro. And it is.
This is what I understand. This is what I understand. KG, how old are you? You're like 48 years old, right? You see like 20, but you've seen all of the Premier League, all of Alex Ferguson's titles. You've seen all of them, bro.
Yeah.
So like, all you've experienced really is joy. All right, these 10 years have been bad, but all big deal. Like, oh hell, even though fans are crazy, honestly.
No, but just imagine now, Craig. I want you. This is going to be very difficult for you to do this now. You're going to be me, and you're going to take yourself back to the Sky Sports breaking news, yellow ticker. Sir Alex is about to step down and your next manager is David Moyes. You have to understand, I didn't know that was the last time we would lift the Premier League title. That's the last, think about just joy. And then this 13th.
Let me touch on something you said about the pain, the being cheated on, almost consistently. That Ten Hag relationship was a two-way toxic relationship, in my opinion, and the Manchester United fans actually fed into it because they kept supporting him through all of the abuse. And I hope now that Man United fans are truly getting a real look at what they've continually showed support him, because the damage that Ten Hag has done to this club now, I believe, is only going to be recognised by a lot of Man United fans, because when you look at the level of players that Ten Hag took on board, of Cavani, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rashford, Sancho, like there was as much as, it went the way it went, it might not have went the way it went had you had a better manager come in. And you look at the players he's replaced them with, and it's just absolute shit, right? And that's the thing I feel sorry for Amorim for, because I'm not going to criticize this guy barely at all now moving forward, because I've been saying that the guy's inherited dog shit. And when you look at the fact that Ipswich, third from bottom, were really outplaying Man United for much of the first half. When Onana saved that shot, and what a save it was, by the way, for Delap.
He's turned
about
around.
40 minutes in. Yeah. Onana, actually, I thought, you're one of the few who's got a bit of credibility about you. But Ipswich are playing it around. You've seen the defenders fucking just watching the ball whiz around them, clueless. You knew that the goal was coming. So when the goal came, nobody would have been surprised. And I think that's the thing that is the hardest thing for Amorim here, is the level of player he's got. Previous managers, you'd get the new manager bounce at Manchester United because they still had some top quality players in. And they have a couple, but that amount has been decreased significantly by Ten Hag. And now they look quite ordinary. And I think he's got the hardest job that maybe other than Moyes, because Moyes really had an aging team to take over, but he's got a really hard, and some of the things that, when we look at the half time, I'm looking at half time thinking, you got to make a fucking change. The one thing that would worry me if I was a Man United fan was he didn't make a change at half time.
55 minutes though. 55 minutes. That's early change for a manager.
What more do you need? Do you really think you need more than that first 45 to make changes?
I think because he's got to have a look. He had to. I thought because he used all his subs. That was the one thing that I was kind of impressed with.
If I was him, I would have fucking quit at half time.
Why didn't he pick Kobe Mainoo? Why didn't he pick Kobe Mainoo? By the way,
he's ready. I don't think he's ready. because he hasn't played since.
He was on the bench. He was on the bench.
Yeah, but I don't think he's fully, he'll play. Kobe's going to play. And he said, I think he said he's really going to use the team because he's talking about these players really understanding his style. So he said, look, the ones that didn't play, the ones that played yesterday, they're not going to have to train because, we got loads of games. There's not an international break that he can work with his team in. So we're going to see a lot of rotation in his side until he sees the players they can trust. I think a player like Mason Mount should be licking his lips. If he can stay fit, he's one of the inside 10s that is good on the ball, can look after it and plays with a lot of intensity. Him, Ahmad, I see as my future.
If Mason Mount doesn't take that, spot, because that is exactly where he should be playing, you're actually
literally
spot on. His career's fucked. He's done. His last chance. Really.
But then it's a last chance for a lot of these players. And the one thing that they need to understand now is, because this is Ineos's guy, they've already made the first mistake of giving Ten Hag a longer contract. Now, at the time, I was one of the people, I was toxic with this Ten Hag relationship. I wasn't having anything. When you lot were telling me this guy's shit, I was like, no, he's not. You know what I mean? It was one of those, it was one of those bad ones. But then now I can see that the players will be the ones to go before anything happens to Amorim. And now,
which is a good thing, right?
Which is brilliant. And that's why Rashford, he could be at risk. There's a lot of players, even if, let's say, I hope Garnacho can maybe convert into a wing back because he could be at risk. I don't think he's an inside 10. So it's crazy times.
Can I ask something?
Go ahead.
Do you guys see, and this is to everyone, do you guys see them, obviously they're going to give him money because he's a new manager. He needs to rebuild this squad over a few transfer windows. Now, like I said, it needs an overhaul. He needs to bring in players that will suit his system. But do you see them spending crazy money like they had because they spent?
They needed an exemption. Remember, Craig? I don't know if you remember. They got an exemption from PSR the last time, and that tells us that they're not in the position that they've been in. If you're getting exemptions, you can't just keep getting. Money. The Red Cartel seem to be able to get away with whatever, while Newcastle have got their fucking hands behind their back. But I'd be surprised if they can spend 200 million every summer.
How much did Ten Hag spend in total under his tenure?
In 3 years, plus.
In 3 years. Do you see Amorim getting the same? So you don't see him getting that same sort of money?
No, he's gonna get to spend. He's gonna get to spend. He'll get to spend. Like,
600 mil?
No managers come in and not got to spend at Man United, so they'll find a way. They always tell us that there's no money. And all of a sudden, we pull like a Ronaldo or somebody out of the woodwork. Yeah. So I won't be surprised if in the next window, we bring in, again, we use the free market because there's players that are available on frees that we want to go and
free
get.
Market, yeah.
Yeah,
that's where we're at now for Man United.
Yeah, free market.
Let me talk about the stats, because Ipswich had an XG of 2.12 and Man United's was 0.98. So Ipswich are just factually more creative. And Owen Hargreaves was right near Amorim. I don't know if you've seen these quotes, but he said he was right in front of him and he was extremely frustrated. He wasn't happy with Delor's positioning. Xerxes' positioning in the second half made him frustrated. And you could see that many of the players will not be playing in 4 to 5 weeks' time. Amorim himself admitted that they are going to suffer for a long time, which is like wild to say from a new Man United manager. It's the first time a Man United manager has been able to just be brutally honest and be like, look, I came in, we're in 30. What the fuck do you want?
Since Ragnick told the truth as well. He said we're going to suffer, but we have to win games, but there's going to be suffering because I want them to learn my system. And I like that, man. We desperately need somebody that said, we bought you to do A. Don't come in and tell us I'm going to do C and D. No, we're not interested in that. You are here for this.
What about Xerxes? Xerxes looked terrible when he came on. Again, I
think you're faster than Xerxes as well.
It's truly amazing how many of these Ten Hag signings.
No, true, Jordy, I think you're faster than Xerxes. And like a sprint, if you have a 100-meter dash, I don't know who's winning that one. And that's a problem.
Well, you know what the maddest bit is? If he's really slow, then you automatically think he's technically great, but he's not.
Wait, you have to give him. No, we're gonna give him. I don't know. Like, I just don't think he's fast, and I think he lacks intensity. But I'm giving him to the end of the season. Yeah. But then,
famously, two qualities that play really well in the Premier League. He lacks intensity and he lacks speed. Fucking hell. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
That must be one of the worst signings ever.
I'm just looking at him saying, geez, please work. But then who knows? Because they tried him as a 10, and even the manager's like, you're not even busting a gut. Like, he's young. So I just need him to just be, I've not even got any issues with his weight or anything like that, because it looks like a big lump. Just give us something. Like, I just want something from him. And at the moment, I don't know, but then it's hard. You can't really judge any of these players as of yet until you see them at least 3-4 games in this system say, okay, you guys know what to do. So we'll see.
What did you not see in him, though? Not to be disrespectful, but what did you see in him at Bologna? Because let's be real, he didn't score that many goals. He scored like 10, 12 goals.
Thiago Motta said he's like a match of, he's got the skills of Ronaldinho, and he reminds him a bit of, this is the manager.
I don't care about all of that.
Ibrahimovic. And I thought I was getting Ibrahimovic.
And when you look
I was getting Ibrahimovic, Ronaldinho, and I've got something different.
He's a striker. And when you look at his career and his stats, he hasn't been prolific, like, at any point in his career. So I don't, what are they seeing? Because I'm not seeing it. I actually ain't seeing it. I don't get what they saw when they paid this money for him.
Honest to God, I'm waiting to see. Honest to God, but he's a player that, again, our fan base have decided that we're going to give him time, and I just hope it works. I think sometimes we just got to say if it's not the guy, but then I'm telling you, I'm looking at him with a squint.
It's a Dutch thing. It's a Dutch thing. It's Ten Hag doing the Dutch thing. I hate when managers just stick with their international buddies, bro. Like, it's just.
I'm looking at these stats because you mentioned that, like how many goals he scored for Bologna.
How many did he score?
He got 13 goals in 53 games. It was shite.
He's not prolific.
What are you doing?
He's not prolific. I'm telling you, he's not prolific. Like,
and this was like a 40-odd million pound buy. And now, a word from our sponsors. Good news, lads. Manscaped are back. And this time, It's personal. Personal care for you, that is. They're going to look after you. With their latest release, the Chairman Pro Package. This is an all-in-one set that gives you everything you need to recreate a luxury professional shave right at home. And the star of the show is the Chairman Pro Electric Foil Shaver. It comes with 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. The first one is the SkinSafe 4-blade foil for that close, smooth shave. And the other one is the SkinSafe stubble trimmer for when you want to keep a bit of that rugged look. And both of these are designed with SkinSafe technology to reduce razor burn and irritation. And the standout feature that differentiates the Chairman Pro from all the rest is the Flex Adjust technology. This innovative technology ensures a superior shave by allowing both blades and the pivoting head to seamlessly adapt to the unique contours of your face. And what makes it even easier is it's waterproof, so you can even use it in the shower. Or if you just want to go out in the rain, whatever. Might look a bit weird to the neighbours, but I'd admire that. And this lovely bit of kit has up to 75 minutes of runtime on a single charge. And they've also included the Power Shave Gel to give you the ultimate wet shave experience. This non-irritating, lubricating formula is specifically made to work with the Chairman Pro. And to finish it off, we've got the Face Shave Soother. This aftershave serum is a game changer. Use it after shaving to hydrate your skin and soothe any post-shave irritation. So get the best shave of your life by clicking the link in the description below and go to manscaped.com/thekickoff and you can get 20% off and free shipping when you use the code THEKICKOFF, all one word, all block capitals, at checkout. Big love to Manscaped for looking after the lads, but for now, enjoy the video. Here's why Amorim might be fucked, in my opinion. It's because not enough of the Ten Hag signings are any good, and they really need to go.
Except
so
Mazraoui.
it's flat wastage.
Mazraoui and Delete
Yeah,
will be
he's
all right. They're all right.
Yeah, Delit's okay, but Mazraoui, he actually looks fucking good, to be fair. But so many of them are just complete and utter waste of money that you're not going to get. Like, you're going to make significant losses whenever you sell any.
Anthony.
And that's where...
Xerxes, I don't know what they're going to get for these two.
Christ, mate. Christ. This is going to go down in history as one of the worst, do you know what I mean? Like, transfer seasons, like, of ever, you know? So...
We spent 80
looking
million.
at the season to go... Looking at the season to go for Man United, right? They're in their 12th now. And actually, weirdly, the points tally isn't like as low as what you'd think because I have clubbed together so many Premier League sides.
Because of Ruben Nistelrooy.
Yeah, ironically, yeah. What are we sort of looking at for Man United's season as to be a success for Amorim? Because obviously, points wise, it's difficult to sort of put a number on it. What position would we say?
6. And a trophy. 6 and a trophy.
Are you insane? There's at least 8 teams better than your team right now. At least.
I know, that's why it'll be...
Do you not agree, Josh? Ryan, there's at least 8 teams in this league better than this Man United.
If this Man United team wins a trophy, if this Man United team wins a trophy before Newcastle do, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm
gonna lose my mind.
I'm
gonna lose my mind.
I'm gonna lose it. No fucking way. If this absolute bunch of fraudsters win anything, I'm losing it. I'm going to fucking get crazy.
Casey, where have you got 6 from? You got Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton, Spurs, Villa, Newcastle. That's 7. Where have you got? Where?
Heritage.
All those teams are head and shoulders better than Man United. Right.
Heritage.
That's just...
Heritage.
Okay, because that's worked for you the last 10 years, hasn't it? Heritage. I just don't understand.
That's how you do it. It's just how you do it. Because I was gonna say 7, but I just didn't like the sound of it. It didn't feel good. 7 just didn't sound. It didn't like. I was gonna say 7th, but it just everything about it just made me sick.
I've got a hot take. I've got a hot take. I've got a hot take. Yeah. I think they should have kept Ruben Nistelrooy. I think Ruben Nistelrooy would have been a better gaffer than Amorim.
So you want to do the Ollie again?
Ruben Nistelrooy, you would have beat Ipswich if Ruben Nistelrooy was still your manager.
Yeah, we would have. And we would have this. We would have the lovely bounce.
That's why the result yesterday. Hold on, you've done a lot of talking. That's why the result yesterday was hilarious to me. Ryan, they gassed it up. Man are on Match of the Day doing intros. You got people doing this. You got people doing that. I see people making songs. All of that bullshit that the Man United fans were doing, yeah, to gas this guy up.
We weren't making no damn songs.
Hold on, let me finish.
Yep,
we know you go to studio and make some football songs. You know that much. You probably have one in the top right now for him. I'm telling you, yeah, they were gassing this guy up to the heavens just to draw with Ipswich, right? Ruben Nistelrooy would have won that game. That's what's hilarious about the whole thing. He would have won that game, Ruben Nistelrooy. And then Ruben Nistelrooy was there for those few games. You know, we're playing out your skin. You were playing out your skin. And it was
there's frauds,
man, yesterday.
No, because they're frauds.
Really rude.
I'm telling you now.
Aura, you know.
Because they were thinking, I don't give a shit about Aura, bro. They were just, these guys are frauds. These guys, we would have done Ollie part 2. And we're not doing that anymore. We knew this guy, yes, Rude, lovely manager, great guy, and he's inspiring. But guess what? Them players will throw Rude under the bus at a certain time. So we just let it go. He had to go. Amorim, we're gonna work in his style. Good young manager. He's exciting. Let's see what happens. We're going again.
If Ange happens to get a sack at the end of the season, I'm taking Rude.
Take him. I dare you to. Take him. What happened to Josh?
Where's Josh?
We've lost Josh, but it's fine. We'll carry on. Yeah, bless him. He's in the net. I don't know what's going on today. One thing that I want to say before we round this up, lads, we got Everton for Man United next in the league. Then it's Arsenal, Forest as well. Arsenal particularly a hard game away from home. For me, you look at Man United, I think it's 4 wins, 4 defeats, 4 draws. They're on course to finish in the bottom half of the season. Are you, KG, willing to allow Amorim to finish in the bottom half of the table this season in order to just learn about the club? And are you just going to would you just let that go, even though it would be the worst position Man United's ever finished?
Letting it go, bro. Again, it sucks that we're doing reset, but it's a must. You know, I didn't see what was going on with Ten Hag and how bad it was, and I gave him time. So it'll be disingenuous. It'll be disgusting to not give this manager time. He deserves it. He's I can see that. I like the fact, as long as he wants to stick to his principles, I'm with this man. And I could see an idea. I could see in terms of how he wants us to play. And I know what he did, obviously, with his sporting side. Get us that physical, get us the right types of players to play that type of ball. I'm with it. And if that means casualties, Rashford, Bruno, it could be my favorite players. They can leave the club. I don't care. Let's go in this direction. That's where I'm on.
So just to give Josh a chance to give his final words, because he's back. Amorim finishing bottom half of the table. Is that acceptable this season to learn about this club, mate?
Man United should never be anywhere near the bottom half of the table, mate. They should be right up there. They should be challenging for titles. So no, it's not acceptable. Regardless of the context, Amorim should get them at the top half of the table, 100%.
I agree. It has to be top half of the table. Ooh. Has to be. Even if it's just ninth, it has to be top half of the table.
But wait a second. Did KG just say bottom half of the table is okay?
Yeah.
Or am I just...
No, I said I want a title as well. I said I want a title as well, but I understand.
He'll part with it as long as he lets him get his philosophies off and no.
Yeah.
They've got Everton next, lads. Everton, very winnable game. Is the pressure going to start? Because Amorim himself said, I've never been interviewed in the week of being Man United manager. I've had more interviews than I had in years of being the sporting manager.
Yeah.
Is the pressure just going to immediately start ramping up if let's say he loses a game like Everton, which is a one that he should win? Or do you think that the media are just going to be like I am right now, which is like, you've got a shit show to deal with? Or how quickly should the pressure be on him?
The media are going to kill us. People are waiting already. They're waiting for us. So we know, this is the kindest. Yeah. People, this is the kindest we're going to be. Do you know what's shameless as well? I've allowed Craig, that lost to Ipswich just the other day, to talk this shit. I just said, you know what? He said he's riding a 4-0 win, against City. I can't say no. I'm going to leave it. But this criminal, bro. I saw someone score a bicycle kick against his team, bro. At home, bro. Not even this criminal, bro.
Fuck me.
No, but can I tell you something? The only reason I don't beef Man United, man. I actually love Man United as a club. I rate them. I don't have beef with them. I beef.
Yes.
Arsenal, I beef. Chelsea, of course. But it's just the way you lot have been gassing this guy up this last 2 weeks and he ain't done nothing yet. To me, it's been a bit too much. Let's just be calm. After what's happened with Ten Hag and the previous managers, everyone should be a bit calmer and just let man come in on the calm vibe. I'll give him one thing, lads.
Yes. You know what I will give Amorim? Ten Hag at no point spoke any logical sense in any press conference, and I was always baffled at the fact that Man United fans kept believing this utter fraud. And at least Amorim after the game went, well, I didn't like what this player did in this scenario. I didn't like, and he explained himself as someone who knew about football, and it just made you go, oh.
Amorim's got aura. He's got aura.
Yeah, you sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're actually being open and honest, which a lot of managers don't do. And he wasn't like putting it on his players in a nasty way. He was just saying, look, I want him to do this more, I want him to do that more. And I just thought, you know what, you're already sounding like you've got way more of a clue than that fucker. So
Yeah.
we'll wrap it up there. Lads. It's been a good chat. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the Kickoff. Catch us on the next one.